Hello, and welcome everybody to another episode of Vitamin D&D, where you can get all your doses of nerdom in the forms of tabletop games, video games, general chatting, and of course our personal favorite, Dungeons and Dragons. As usual, I am Dylan. I am your DM for this campaign of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. And I'm very excited today because today is the first day in the history of this channel that we are a complete family! Yeah! You know everybody else here by far as well. We got Bessie, we got Warren, we got Gabe, we got Casey, we got Annalicia Gramayo. And welcoming back to the table...
So many R's.
Right? Everyone has a bloody R in their name. And on that note, welcome Grayson Lowe. Back to the family. Grayson has been hard at work, acting in a very intense role inside a feature, and then recording an album as well. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
Great. Do you want to say anything about it? Do you want to talk about it for a little bit?
That's okay.
See, a true artist, you know, he keeps his expressions for the art form.
It was a process, and now I'm back, and I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you back.
Steve.
Before we get started, one or two announcements. We're going to give a quick shout out to our friends at Syrinscape. For those of you guys who don't know, Syrinscape is a wonderful app that you can get for your laptop, iPhones or iPads. And basically it creates ambient worlds that you can have. You enter a tavern, you can change it to the sounds. You enter outside into a magical forest, you can have it all. However, Syrinscape themselves build their sounds in the areas around the specific source books that Wizards of the Coast release. And of course they have one for Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, that we are going to be using constantly. Another shout out is to the wonderful Michael Gelfi, who did custom beautiful music that we're going to be using on this. You'll recognize it inside the intro. He does amazing work. Please go check out his stuff. His link is in all of our stuff inside the YouTubes, everything. Go take a look. He's incredible. He does things like steampunk campaigns, even does custom stuff, so get a hold of him if you want something custom for your campaign. He's wonderful. Another quick shout out. It's not a sponsor yet, but our wonderful miniatures that you'll see for our campaign here are all done by the beautiful team of Hero Forge. Go ahead and put it in, everybody. Yay. Aren't they just amazing? These are all designed from Meg and Jessica D'Souza, our dear friend, who did all the wonderful character art that you see on our pages and the intro, everything else. And using Hero Forge, we were able to recreate it, I think, to the most part, very accurately for some of it. And they're absolutely wonderful company. So if that is all, I think maybe we can cut to the intro before we cut back to our second episode of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our wonderful second session of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Now, where we last left off, the team having gathered together around Borla Forgeborn's own aunt, Lynn Trollbane, an ex-bounty hunter living in the town of Easthaven, had asked her to collect a few interesting individuals, together of which to go off on a criminal investigation after a serial killer she believes to be the individual known as Sefik Kaltro. She seems to think that maybe Sefik the Kaltro is working for the Frostmaiden, killing people who are escaping the lottery drawn in certain towns to be a sacrifice to Oriel the Frostmaiden. After that, she hooked you guys up with some work with a few dwarves, the most talkative of which is Runa, who had lost their wagon on the way to Targos. They typically trade goods from town to town, offering whatever it was that they had to the other towns, and made a living that way. Knowing that they had completely lost their entire livelihood, the party set on out, but not before engaging in a seance at the White Lady Inn, asking the White Lady three questions, one of which was constructive. After getting some research about the possible murders inside town, we're able to ascertain that somewhere near the stables was a murder that maybe hadn't been found yet. So upon investigating before heading off to the wagon, Donna Bonny felt a little tug on her arm as Rinaldo, the halfling, who conducted the seance in order to communicate with the White Lady of Dinneshere, told you that she wanted to speak with you, and that if you come tomorrow night, you'd be really grateful. She's never done something like that before. And after a very social dismissal, you guys set on out, investigating what was a locked cabin very close to the stables. Upon perfectly cutting the lock clean off and opening it in, you guys found a naked female human. Her back had been broken and bent over, her long hair frozen in place to represent a sickle, possibly a symbol or a tribute to the Frostmaiden herself, known to carry one inside her right hand. Another addition to this corpse was a large, iced dagger stuck through her heart. After Donna Bonny had carefully removed it and the body had been examined, players decided to leave it, not draw any attention to the authorities, per Lynn Trollbane's request, and carefully just putting the chains right around the door again, before heading out and finding the wagon out at a little crosspass on the way to Targos. Several goblins, who had their own little movable fortress being pulled by two polar bears, had kidnapped it, and lucky for the team, a wheel had broken off and slowing their escape. So running up behind them, you guys were able to slay the goblins in a beautiful form of some very marvelous kills. Heads being removed with a boomerang. There's a firebolt coming out, a strange gauntlet from the kobold's arms. A ray of sickness that tore someone literally into dust.
Oh, yeah.
And as you guys managed to find the wagon, repair it, free the snow leopard on there, that is now accompanying you guys along the way, dragging the wagon back to Easthaven, where you guys noticed inside the sky, a figure riding on the back of something with massive wings took into the air, and as dawn started peeking over the mountains, a huge crackle of energy from this figure that took up into the sky created a massive aurora that covered the entire of Icewind Dale, preventing sunlight and locking you all into an endless winter. And our story today begins right over there, as the party themselves carry the wagon onwards. As you guys enter through Eastway, the way that you guys came in, starting to notice that these people are starting to get used to the day, even though the sunlight doesn't peek out, and are starting to get to some of their duties. Some of the fishermen are already gathering some of their gear. Everyone's bundled up nice and neat, trying to go through. You guys notice that a lot of them aren't even noticing the aurora, something that they've been used to over the years. However, their eyes peek up when they see you guys bringing in the wagon, because Donna Bonny has got some blood coming down from her mouth where she bit a goblin's head. Paula has blood on her everything, as she's coated head to toe in wounds, still dragging the wagon. There's a couple of eyes now and then that look to the snow leopard that hugs the feet of Atyrus as he walks her in. However, the stairs go from cautious, bewildered, to a slight bit of recognition. As you're walking through the streets, you can kind of understand that maybe this kind of symbol of heroism out here in Icewind Dale, at least in the town of Easthaven, a little rarer than you would expect.
Heroes.
For the most part. So as you guys continue to bring through the wagon, you guys know to meet the dwarves, Una, and for their wagons at the White Lady Inn. Doesn't take too long going from Eastway. Passing the stables and a very familiar cabin, you start to see a small gathering. Guards inside chainmail armor, helmets, and a tunic going over their armor, representing the symbol of Easthaven, the large tower with the snowflake above it. Currently investigating the cabin. There's a couple of talks amongst them. They're examining the tracks. One of them is holding the chain inside his hands, noticing that it was separated in two places in the lock on the door. Currently looking on the inside. One steps out, kind of holding his breath for a little bit. He's like, fighting back the urge to catch up. As you guys continue down towards the White Lady Inn, parking the wagon on the outside, where typically people are able to park their horses or anything else coming in. Pushing open the door into the White Lady Inn, you guys notice that it's not really bustling. There's Bartabun, the individual pulling the wagon itself, and the individual who's currently tending the bar, busy cleaning out the glasses. He doesn't really notice you at first. He hears the door open before he's like, "Oh yes, hi, please come on inside. Sorry about the wait. Yeah, we haven't really set out." Holy shit, what happened to you? As he looks over the boiler, who is covered in blood. Clothes tattered and wounds are just sticking in you from several knives and blades. Noticing Donna coming in with just blood pouring down her chin. A snow leopard walking in. He's like, "What the fuck is that a fucking leopard? Is that a fucking leopard that you guys are bringing in?" As you guys enter.
Yeah. It's a leopard.
And I'm fine, thanks for asking. I was already dead before this, so it's okay.
Alright.
It's just how I look.
Is it gonna behave?
We just found this thing, so we're gonna figure that out as we're here.
Alright. Oh, Jesus, I mean, so I can get a bath organized for you. Are you gonna need...
Beer, bath. That's what I need.
Beer and a bath. We can do that. Bartabun, would you mind giving me a hand? And gentleman at the front is yep. Gets up, turns, he looks at you, he's like, "Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll get some hot water going." And then he just kind of, just slowly but surely, the old man, there might even be just a little creak inside his knees as he sort of disappears up the stairs to disappear to the rooms. He says, "I'm sorry, we currently only have 3 rooms available here, but maybe you can make them work. We'll have the watch chamber sort of set up for you. What was it, a beer? What you say that you wanted? All right, we can organize that. Absolutely. Yeah. Can I get anything else? Come inside, please. Close the doors behind you. Come inside. Get warm for a little bit." And he goes and starts taking up some wood, and he starts tossing it inside the fire that kind of lives in the fireplace here, just to put a little bit of heat for you guys. Sure enough, pours a little beer, puts it in front of Borla. He says, "All right, I'll see to breakfast for a little bit, and then please, by all means, the 3 rooms are yours. We can hook you up with some good prices. Maybe rest up for a little bit."
Cool.
Okay, how are we dividing the rooms? We're friends, so it's not a problem, but just want to know who I'm rooming with.
Just leave you guys to discuss that one. And he kind of just disappears to the kitchen in the back, and you just hear the occasional kitchen sounds.
I don't really care. Might just fall asleep in the bath, just put like my axe over it, and just kind of do one of these leans like that, and I'll be fine.
I can watch you because I never sleep, so it'd be great. I can make sure you don't drown.
Sure. That sounds good.
I'm just up all night, so whoever wants that, I will room with. Okay.
I think I'm sleeping with the snow leopard.
Damn it.
Fair enough, yeah.
So
Looks comfy.
You're the only one he likes.
I was gonna request the snow leopard, but that's all right. I assume you want to sleep in his room.
I was planning on it.
All right. I'll take the last room by myself then.
Cool. I don't mind snow leopard sleeping next to me. It's fine.
Maybe you two share a room.
All right then. That works for me too. I mean,
It's settled.
Sounds good.
all right, Donner. Let's go ahead and get to it.
What are we gonna do?
Sleep.
Bartabun kind of eventually comes down, sleeves rolled up, and he says, "Apologies, there's only one washroom here, so you'll have to take some turns. But yeah, you guys all ready? Please, by all means, go for it." And then sets up a bathroom for you guys to sort of wash your wounds. And about the time you guys are starting to sit down with a nice bowl of like warm stew. It's humble enough, a little bit of, potatoes and some small bits of vegetables, but stew all the same. And it's warm, which is a wonderful boon out here in Icewind Dale. And it's around about the time you guys start indulging in this before you're heading off to a bath, realizing that you're burning the candle at both ends at this point. Some rest might do you guys some good. And then you're free to divvy up the rooms however you like.
Right.
Oh, I get that.
Oh, this is good. I got first bath, taking a bath beer with me, and after that, we can room, I guess.
Alrighty.
Oh, I thought you were gonna sleep in the bath. Okay.
Well, since it's a community
safe.
bath and all that, I'll let other people go.
I don't need no shower. I'm good.
I'm good too.
I go straight to the beds.
All right, that's kind of
We worked out.
that's gross. All right.
The barbarian called you gross. Alright, so you guys take the time to enjoy the warmth of a good bath, washing away some of your wounds. Bit of a full stomach. Hero work is dangerous, as you know, some of you came very close to finding out. But it's a good feeling of returning and noticing that people are kind of respectful for that kind of behavior out here. At least from what you've seen so far. And eventually taking your time to go into your rooms, nestling up as you curl down. Takes a while for the snow leopard, but eventually onto the bed, comfy round about your feet, in the very typical cat-like way where they kind of curl up and they'll be like, you're totally cool with this, I promise,
No.
as it nestles down. And as you guys doze off for a little bit, eventually waking up to some of the sounds of a typical tavern, I hope. Heading downstairs to some music playing of the very typical banter down. Some chatter from folks as they sing along. Approaching down and at your earn rates, Rinaldo, the halfling, is there as per usual. He's starting to round people in, and he's telling the usual tale that you guys heard the last time of the White Lady of Dinneshere. He just always seems to be excited telling the same bloody story. He's really invested into it. Bartamon is there. He's having a drink by himself, as he typically does. There's a table of 3 other individuals that seem to be very heavy clad. They haven't taken off their cold gear. They just seem to be enjoying a nice warm bowl of stew themselves, and every time they're not picking up a drink, their hands are right back underneath that bowl trying to warm up. And it's currently all the individuals down there, aside from individuals that seem a little bit more neatly dressed. There's an individual who wears a large cape behind his back, the colors of which suggest that of Easthaven. The cape itself is sort of divided into the red and the blue, and then the white fur of a wolf is decorated at the top, representing the colors of the Easthaven flag, just by his armor and his stature and the weapon that sits at his waist. Understand that maybe this is an individual who's inside the guard of a little higher reputation than the others. He's accompanied by 3 other figures, 2 of which that stay rather close to him. An individual, tall, really strong woman, even more so than this individual, with long blonde hair, an axe and a sword at her waist, who stands very vigilant, keeping an eye about, but with a beer, all the same. And another individual is a leaner elf woman. She stands with a staff and a cloak that covers almost her entire body. Every now and then it'll part for her arm to come through, grab a drink, and put it away. The captain, or the lieutenant who's sitting at the desk with the large cape, he has long natural dreadlocks that stretch thin that he's now tied behind his head. And his chocolate brown skin is only ever decorated now and then with some salt and pepper facial hair that's now growing into a full goatee. He's got a very impressive stature for a human. It's a very solid triangular shape. You can tell that this is a man who's been in the military his entire life. And this high figure, we'll say lieutenant, is currently enjoying a beer and having a conversation, not with the 2 individuals that came with him, but to another individual who seems very strangely jazzed. Now and then, he whips a good joke or 2, and the lieutenant laughs, and sharing a drink with him. Grayson Lowe, would you like to describe your character?
Yes, Tobias Kinsley, first of his name. I just had never been to this part of the world before, so I decided to make my way up, and you know, it's not exactly a warm beach, but it has its charms. So here I am. Very nice to meet all of you. That's all I'm gonna say about anything.
What does he look like?
He looks, you know, he's got hair and he's bearded, and well, he kind of looks like this. This is brought to you by Hero.
Okay.
He has this strange. He kind of looks like me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Longer hair and a scarf. Got it.
Right. I think when the characters were being designed, I looked a little different, but it's all right. I'll grow into it.
Quarantine grace.
Yeah, we'll get back.
So yeah, as you guys start to approach down, you glance and you see these figures inside of the room. However, the dwarves have yet to arrive. So my friends, we're starting here once again at the White Lady Inn.
After a long rest.
Correct. Please go ahead and rest up, heal your wounds.
Excellent. What wounds?
Yes.
I feel way better. Okay.
Ooh.
So no Runa yet. So
Should
guess we
we
have to
go?
wait to get paid. She can let you keep that cat.
I'm keeping the cat.
All right.
At the notion, there's almost like a stubborn sit down from the snow leopard at your feet. Just
All right.
I learned
Right.
last night that snow leopards have nightmares.
Oh my.
And they're very thrashy and bitey when they have nightmares.
Your leg's okay.
I'm keeping the cat.
Okay. Sounds good.
there's a sweet little lick on your leg from the cat.
Cute.
Have you named her or him?
No. Would you like to name her?
Yep. Just give me like 5 minutes. And I'll figure it out.
On the topic of the snow leopard, the three gentlemen enjoying the stew, mid conversation, just. Let me go back to their conversation after noticing the snow leopard. Take some time for people to get used to. Even Rinaldo, mid of the stories. Oh my. It's awfully exotic. Anyway, and he goes off into the rest of the
The
story.
three individuals, none of them are the captain we saw at the wizard burning, was it?
No, these are three. There's a half orc, then a human female and a human male. Yeah,
So
and
the big burly is a human female.
oh no, there's the big burly female with blonde hair is the individual that's accompanying the captain,
Right.
and then there's three individuals
this is
at the
different.
table.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just basically just inside civilians. Yeah, like just nice heavy coats, some gloves that they've taken off just to keep their hands like
Sounds good.
as close to the warmth as possible.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we should go up to Rinaldo and ask him what to name the cat.
That's one of the questions for the
Psychic.
white lady.
Yeah.
Ask the white lady, what do you think we should name the cat?
Yeah, she's a ghost.
I think
She's
that's
gonna know
fantastic.
everything.
I love that idea.
We've got 3 questions every time.
Also, didn't he? Nope, not gonna ask it. If I ask who covered the tab for us staying here, it might go away. So never mind.
Yeah, do we have to pay someone?
We'll just wait until we get a bill, right?
Sure. Sure.
I'm sure my aunt has this all under control.
Pepe.
Pepe.
Pepe?
Pepe.
Okay.
You think she's a Pepe?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
See if he responds to that.
Sure.
Well, this is a great yes and, everyone.
Noticing that you guys are kind of just still
see.
gathered, like
Not
at
to say
right
no to
about the
Pepe.
stairs.
Yeah.
Bardamon sort of just looks out to you and says, "You guys want a table and some drinks?"
All right, food, breakfast,
Yeah,
breakfast beers.
sure. I mean, it's a little closer to dinner, but sure.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna
No
charge
worries.
you. Whatever they have, they have. Like,
Nobody
Sure,
knows
sure.
what time it is here. It's night all the time.
yeah. You guys hear from across the table.
What's that? Hmm?
What?
The nighttime. How
Oh.
do you guys kill time?
Yeah, you know, you kind of get used to it.
Oh,
There's-
so you don't have like a...
Oh, there's like the aurora in the sky.
Timepiece.
We know that it's the day, and everyone just kind of works with the, you know, just the concept of you're a fisherman. You go out, you're happy with your catch, you bring it back in.
Chill.
People
I
take
love that.
turns to just, I don't know. You do your best to pick up your weight, and if somebody's slacking, you smack them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, really dark.
Yeah.
Is
Makes
that
sense.
a snow leopard? Oh my goodness! I've never. And I wander over and I get down right by your knees and I'm like, oh my! I've never seen one of these things before.
Roll
Is
me,
it
roll me an animal handling check.
Ooh.
17
Okay. I mean, you got
plus 2, 19.
Oh my God.
19. At first, when you approach, like, rather rapidly, but as you get not very threatening at all before it's.
I've read that they like to be scratched behind the ears. Where'd you find this guy?
Well, her name is Pepe.
Oh, very sorry, gal. Where'd you find this gal? Pepe. Great name, by the way. Whoever came up with that, genius.
Outside of here is where we found her.
Outside of the bar?
I don't know you.
Well, allow me to introduce myself. Tobias Kinsley. Nice to meet you.
Tyrus Lem.
Tyrus Lim? Very nice to meet you. Are you with this crew here? Or you guys seem like adventurers to me. I get adventurer vibes when I look at you.
I hop down. You seem like a
Wow.
man of gold. Are you?
A man of gold? No. I'm sorry, sir. I actually I'm quite poor.
I go back to my seat.
But I tell good stories. I've been known to I'm good company. So
That's something.
I have something to offer in that. I mean, I'm obviously good with cats. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we're looking for a cat handler right now. Do you have business with us? Or
oh, sorry. You thought that I wanted to join you? No, of course no. I just being friendly, really, just making conversation. It is a bar, after all.
No, I think it would be cool if you came on adventures with us. We're trying to
I
find
don't
a
think we
serial
need
killer.
I don't think we
We
need.
can have anybody.
We handled our just.
Oh, we
just
could go ask the
fine.
blonde lady.
We were fine.
I don't know,
Did you
man. I
figure
saw
out the
you here
blonde lady?
last
I
night.
think
You
she
came in. You looked like hell.
I was
You look-
fine. I'm
Okay.
used to it. It's
So
alright.
that wasn't your blood, I
You
take
were
it.
a little.
Some of it was my blood.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that's the hazard of the job.
I jump back down. You ever killed somebody before?
No.
I go back to my
Do you
seat.
want to?
Do I believe him?
Roll me an insight check.
18.
Ooh, insightful.
Okay.
Good
Ruh-roh.
roll, that's what it was.
Yeah, you get an idea. Maybe he has. Maybe there's more to this individual.
Very sorry to have bothered you. I really like your cat. I walk over.
I stop down. Hey, buddy, you don't gotta go nowhere. You seem like you've murdered some people before. Maybe you should join us.
Yeah, we'd like that.
Quite
Another
alright.
hand to get their hands bloody.
It's at that point, the door kind of opens up, and three familiar dwarves kind of enter. And after they shuffle themselves and reel back a hood, you see the face of Runa, old and grey hair, kind of peeks up, and she looks at the rest of you. And she, oh, thank God, and looks at the snow leopard. Eventually they approach. I said, well, I suppose this is a good sign that we found the wagon. I saw it outside. I believe everything is intact.
For sure, yeah. Except the cat. Can we keep the cat?
You want to keep? You want
Well,
to
not
keep
me. The cat wants to stay, I think.
Roll persuasion.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Well, you know what? It's a 17. I'm very persuasive. Look how sad that cat would be if you took it back. Don't make him sad. Pepe!
Kind of rely on the trade of goods
Ah.
for our work.
Oh no, Pepe!
Take the cat if you need him.
I do
No.
suppose that we do owe you a bit of gratitude. Was
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
what happened, by the way? Who
Good.
who had the wagon? Did we figure out what happened?
Like goblins. They're not around anymore, though.
Oh, all right.
It's done.
Thank you.
It's done.
Could you give me a second, please? She just sort of turns to the three of the dwarves that kind of lean over, have a discuss. Runa seems to be talking more than the other two.
Don't mind us, Toby. You can.
Oh, right. Cheers.
Before you head off, you do hear her turn around and say, well, We do rely on the trade of our goods. But I suppose we can give you half of the jewels promised if you would like to keep the snow leopard.
Half the jewels.
What do y'all think?
How many total jewels? I mean, that's a pretty expensive cat.
I'm
They
cool
offer
with
I
a
didn't
high
count it.
price in certain circles.
Can't put a
You guys,
price
if you
on
remember
love.
counting them out. Sorry, yes?
If I may interrupt, I'm so sorry. Would you take gold for the snow leopard?
Roll a persuasion.
Oh God, we gotta bring him along.
24.
Damn.
Yes, if you want to conduct a sale here and now, we could certainly make
Yes,
that
how
happen.
much gold would you take
I thought he was
to
poor.
let this gentleman
Um,
keep the snow leopard?
I think he may be a liar.
well, I guess maybe. I mean, conducting a sale right now would make a lot of extra room in the wagon. I suppose if we can meet at 40 gold, that could be certainly arranged.
Let's make it 50.
What the?
You seem like you've had a tough day.
You're gonna.
Yeah.
Because there's an immediate stare of like bewilderment from all three of the dwarves as they stare towards you before Haruna collects herself. Just, yes, thank you. Immediately grabbing your hand just to secure the deal and shaking it. That would be
So they get to keep all their rubies and the snow leopard.
yes.
for 50
Yes,
gold.
we can conduct that sale.
Great.
Absolutely, we'll be able to get on the road for that.
I just have to go to my room, and I'll be back shortly with that.
Thank you very much.
And I
This
disappear.
is wonderful news. This is great. Thank you. We can't thank you enough for ascertaining it. It looks like she'll be in good hands. Thank you.
You know, this just means that Tobias has to join us. He just did us a huge favor.
I re-emerge from my room and I give you the gold.
She takes it very humbly with both hands, and then passing it to one of the dwarves, who immediately just takes it open and starts counting through it. Before long. Yep. Thank you. Rewards like this and just good deeds like this are just hard to come by these days. This is a wonderful thing. Thank you. How do we? I'm so sorry. How do we tell people about you? Do you guys have a name for your group? Is there something that we can refer to you by?
Yes, Galaxter and the Pips.
Galaxter and the Pips.
That's what I call us.
Are you gonna go with wild stallions? Huh?
Seems like the jury's still out on that one. You all have a great rest of your evening.
Hold on, Mr. Gold
Wait.
Moneybags. We might need to talk to you.
We might need friendship from you.
We can get back to you on the name.
Please.
You know where to find us.
Absolutely.
We'll be right here.
By all means, discuss. I think we're gonna have a hot meal. As they turn to each other, and immediately the two other dwarves are, and just go right to the bar and immediately just start banging, like for attention and bringing on through. Drops a coin down, and they just have this moment of the three of them just relishing in their life, starting up again. And then so they drop down a coin, they drop down another one, and they get to their own business, leaving you guys at your table to discuss.
And once again, nice to meet all of you. Return to over there.
Was that real gold? Was that real money?
Last I checked, yeah, it was real.
Well, thanks for the leopard save, man.
Sure.
Yeah, classic.
I thought you were poor.
Yeah.
Well, Icewind Dale is not a place to go around and
Actually,
tell
really
people that you're
good
wealthy.
point. Yeah, good point. I followed that.
So, what's your end game?
No in-game friend, just looked like you were attached to the cat. Thought I could help out.
That was oddly nice.
Well, let's just say that I'm trying to be as nice as I can these days.
Why?
Well, that's maybe a story for another time, my friend. I really do have to get back to.
Hold on. Since you're begging to join our crew,
That is not at all what.
maybe we
what
could talk
happened.
something out. Maybe we can, maybe for some gold, you can join.
You want me to pay you gold to to join.
You don't have to think about the specifics of all this. You could just pay us in gold.
Wait, he doesn't speak for all of us.
We call Galaxter and the Pips for a reason, but whatever.
You have other business. What other business? Who are those people?
Oh, them? I just met them tonight, actually.
Right.
But nice chaps, really. No, I just, you believe in karma?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, well, neither do I really, but I heard it's like this thing. You do nice things for people, and good things might happen. Or maybe you can,
You're nice and the universe is nice back to you.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm curious. Are you traveling by yourself?
Yes, I am. I realize I maybe had too many beers. I probably shouldn't have disclosed that information. God damn it, Tobias, you're... Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Yeah, I'm by myself. I have money. Please don't kill me.
Well, you gotta be careful. There's a hell of murders out here.
I'm aware.
Weird destination for you to come to, this place.
Yeah, if you didn't want to get murdered.
And it's cold.
It is very cold. Yeah, it's kind of cold, but stays with you even when
Yeah,
you warm
you feel
up.
it in your bones.
Yeah.
Tobias, I'd like to repay you.
Just you know what? Just take care of that cat.
I'll take care of the cat. I'd like to repay you, though.
We've got jewels coming to us, right?
Not so much with jewels. Seemed like you have an interesting story.
Kiss?
Kisses?
No, I don't think my story is particularly interesting.
I think it's kind of individual to individual, yeah?
Sure.
Tobias, you wanna roll with us or not, man? I think you have a good time. We came in with blood last time. Who knows who'll come in with this time?
We could protect you.
Bound to be more blood.
Probably a lot more.
Now
blood.
you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
You
definitely
seem
need
like
people.
you're very talented when it comes to the art of combat.
Oh,
Is
hell
that-
yeah.
Yeah, we are. We're all pretty talented at that. Some of us a little better than others.
Especially you, considering that most of that blood wasn't yours.
I mean, it was everywhere. It was mixing.
Lots of blood.
Well, now that you mention it, I am in need of maybe a little bit of protection. If you could provide it, I would be...
There's some deep footsteps on the wood. Yes, 3 figures start to approach you from the bar. 2 of the individuals, the lady with the blonde hair and the lieutenant himself, very stern, heavy footsteps with that muscular form. The lieutenant grabs a chair from a nearby table with great ease, just slides it at the foot of your guys' table and sits down. His long dreadlocks just kind of hide behind the wolf pelt that sits around his long cloak. And the 2 individuals that follow him stand on either side of him. As he just sits down for a second, this is not what I expected. Hello, Tobias.
Hello?
Can we help you?
I don't know. I have a feeling I'm gonna find out the hard way. There's some words on the lips of the people out here in Easthaven. A little rumor that's spread around about a dead woman at the White Lady Inn. Now, being the White Lady Inn, a stupid rumor that most people will kind of brush off. Makes sense, right? I thought I'd give it a shot.
We don't know any. We haven't seen any dead women or people in days
We
or more.
were killing goblins last night. You can ask the
Yes.
those dwarves.
Roll me a deception real quick.
Oh no. Okay.
Let's stay on your point.
Ah, natural 20.
Ooh, fuck.
I'm so deceptive.
Wow.
Ah? Huh? We were there.
Can't argue with that.
I
Yeah.
must say it is hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
Let me go check them out. And the tall elf figure just disappears. She seems to glide across the floor. Strangely so, she starts to approach the dwarves and starts having a conversation with them. Doesn't seem too sinister when she does it. Says, apologies, I didn't seem to introduce myself.
Yeah.
My name is Lieutenant Borum. I do my best to keep the peace here inside Easthaven. Being Easthaven, I'm sure you could probably understand how keeping things in line is exceptionally important.
Sure.
It's kind of dangerous here. I mean, I don't want to say that you're like not doing a good job, but it's just kind of kooky.
I think
huh?
what she means to say is you're doing a fantastic job. I, for one, feel so much safer. As soon as I met you, friend, I had 3 more beers because I was like, I don't even have to worry about it because you're here. Anyway, continue.
How do you guys know each other? You two.
We just met.
But how?
It's a tavern.
At the
You
bar,
I
guess
you
he,
just...
he,
But you greeted
just
him by
wandered
his
over
name.
and started talking to him.
I
we met at the
did.
bar.
Yeah,
They
seems
met
to be
at
a
the
trend.
I
Interesting.
see.
You'll forgive my suspicion. This is not very often that in a group of people we have a kobold, a dragonborn, and a demon walking about together.
Yeah, I did think they were an odd bunch. I did, but
They really
they
are.
seem like really
I
good
don't like
people,
that.
though. Well, just
Thank you.
And at that point, the elf kind of appears back and she just whispers inside his ears. And says, "You're adventurers."
Right.
We've been known to adventure. Sure.
I knew it. I see. I
Sure.
called that.
No shit. Okay.
We've been
All right,
known.
that changes some things.
Do you like us now?
Takes a little coin out of his pocket, he flicks it ding, towards the bar, and it lands with just unnatural accuracy, just on top of the bar. And immediately, the gentleman behind the bar just starts getting to work, he starts loading up some drinks inside some trays. And he says, "Alright, my friend here tells me the dwarves had a lot of good things to say about you. They were very grateful for the generosity given by Tobias. Tobias, you're part of this group?"
Yeah. I'm actually,
That's wonderful.
yeah, okay.
Good.
Then, congratulations. You've officially upgraded from possible arrest to possible work.
Well, it's a big upgrade. Okay.
I would
Not
say.
that guy there.
Different
Possible
than the other
arrest, what
one.
did we do? What did you think we did?
Oh,
Just don't like strangers?
probably best to just.
People with scales?
It's probably
Yeah, what
best
was
just
that?
to walk over that part.
I'll take the work. How much are we paying here for this work?
Well, it depends on what you guys come back with.
Oh my god, no one is direct.
There are some
Terrible
individuals, some fishermen of ours, that typically like to venture off into Lake Dinneshere. Now, being completely frozen over almost entirely, only the most savvy of fishermen are able to navigate through it. Good sailors are hard to come by, so when they get lost, like a few of them have, you can understand how it is a bit of a concern of ours.
Sure.
Now, sailors get drunk, they don't return. Not too hard to piece together. However, it's becoming more of a consistent thing as they start to venture out. I'm a little stretched thin at the moment, especially with recent killings and investigations of the Arcane Brotherhood running about. So, if you guys are interested in a little bit of work, I would like you guys to investigate the disappearance of a fisherman. If you're in it, there's some decent money, and I don't know. It's good to get into the pocket of the people running the city.
Of one fisherman, or you said more?
Oh no, several. Currently 6 of them.
Wow. That's unsettling.
But the lake is frozen?
Most of it. If you
Okay.
know how to sail, you can get on through.
So the fishermen go through the ice, they don't like drill through ice fish or anything?
Oh no, sorry, yeah, they do. They navigate around
Got it.
to certain spots.
All chances to get stuck or...
Would we need a boat?
Yeah, if you go out to the ferry, you might be able to find one or two.
Wait, so you want us, this group that I'm most definitely a part of,
Correct.
to go out, venture onto the ice to look for missing fishermen.
However you choose to go by it. If you want to take the boat, investigate along the coast, I'll leave it up to capable people.
Donner, I think that you should come up with a name for our group.
Because you came up with Pepe, and that was good.
It's growing on me, yeah.
I would also like some information from you.
How can I help?
You heard of a Cephalic culture?
I may have.
Hmm?
I may have. Why do you ask?
I have my reasons.
Oh.
Very mysterious. Okay.
Which one of you vomited?
Oh, it was you a bunch of times, remember?
I did.
That's right.
Wow, you're just gonna like come out and admit to that.
I
Wow.
did.
I'll be honest. I was not expecting someone to just come out and say,
Wow,
"This
so,
is
It was a
turning out to
couple
be
times.
A lot
a
was
very
happening, and it got
eventful
very
night."
scary.
Wow.
Why do you want to know these things about who vomited?
Okay.
What's done is done. It doesn't matter who did it. okay?
Exactly.
So we're investigating the murders, are we?
How much will you pay us?
Murders? Murders.
Did you need some
Yeah, I thought they were
help with that?
disappearances.
Yeah. If you guys can apprehend it, bring it back to me. We can have a public execution. It'll be a wonderful thing. We can award you in front of everybody if you want.
Oh, we're getting the fisherman for you to kill?
No.
Oh, I asked about
I think they're two
Cephalic.
separate things. Yeah.
We're gonna kill
Cultural.
we're killing the fisherman because two wrongs do make a right.
And
Our group name is called Misunderstanding.
Happily named. Is
But-
there anything else that I can help you with?
I was just asking Lieutenant Borum if he's heard of Cephalic, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it. Nothing about murders or anything.
Yeah, it kind of. This is getting a little convoluted for me. But I'm late to the game. What is happening?
I'm gonna do a quick summary because I got a busy night.
Okay.
Alrighty. Please investigate the fisherman if you would kindly do so. Any sort of information that you guys can find, or any of that sort of returns to me, myself, or anyone of higher authority, you guys will be handsomely rewarded. The investigation of this serial killer, any information that you guys find, please report to anyone that is higher than me in some stature, or myself. Let's not bring it to any sort of local guards at this point. We don't know who else is involved. All right?
Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah?
Who is the woman?
Beg your pardon?
Yeah. Who's the
Who
woman?
is the woman?
Who's the
Dead
I think
person.
he
They found
one
mentioned,
that we
he mentioned a
found.
dead woman.
The one that
earlier.
made me throw
Just
up?
to
people.
keep
It's
us on
around
track.
all over the place. People are talking about it.
Shut up, we weren't there.
Oh,
Who was it?
it was
Just
a local
random local person.
local civilian. I don't know why.
Curious.
Yeah,
Just some rando that I don't
I'm
know.
curious about that.
I'm sure you very
Do I
much are.
believe that?
Roll me an insight.
All right, just one in a row.
Just wanted to roll.
What did they roll?
10.
10.
My secret. Why do you look more confused?
All right. This worked out a little more constructively than I thought, to be honest with you. Alrighty then. Any sort of information that you have, bring it out to the town hall. Either myself, the speaker, or my captain will be able to receive any sort of information regarding either the investigation of these murders or any sort of news of this fisherman. Now, if you don't mind, gets up, puts his chair behind him, and he just sort of walks out. And it's at that point, almost immediately, like he was waiting for them to leave, server comes out, drops all the drinks over, and says, death was on the lieutenant. And then he disappears behind the bar, gets back to busy sort of work. And around about this time, Rinaldo is starting to lure people in and getting a little bit ready for a seance. Leaving you guys, once again, at your table with a whole bunch of new information.
And a new friend.
I feel like I need to talk to Lynn again. Ask her precisely why she doesn't want us talking to the constabulary.
Yeah, and I think we keep any information to ourselves. Perhaps Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh,
On that note, I think this has been great. Very nice to meet all of you, but I just,
You get scared.
well, I just, I don't think I really have it in me to go adventuring with you all, but I really appreciate the offer.
where are you going to go to, Tobias?
I thought you needed protection.
Well, that's true, but you know, I don't feel like putting myself in danger is the best way to protect myself. So, I think
Whoa,
I'd
whoa,
rather.
this whole place is steeped in danger.
Right.
Sure, but I got a room here, and as long as I can pay for it, I think I can maybe lay low. Anyway, I mean, just hang out, not lay low. Lay low implies something else. I'm gonna walk away now because I've clearly. It was very nice meeting you all.
It's nice meeting you, Tobias.
Hope we don't investigate your murder one day. There are a lot of murders around here. Gotta stay safe.
I'm gonna go ahead and not take that as a threat, a veiled threat. But it really, cheers. You know what? In fact, can we get another round on me for these merry adventurers?
We are that.
Yeah.
Great,
Absolutely.
thank you. Whatever they want.
Guess what? Pretty happy this is a busy night. Putting some coin in his pocket yet.
How many gold is that?
I mean, yeah. A round will probably cost you about, like, maybe 6 silver at most.
Perfect.
But yeah.
I don't have any of that.
Sure.
He's too
Kind of
bougie.
gold.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You'll get the change from it as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So you'll be fine.
And I go back and I sit at the bar by myself.
That guy was weird.
It was weird, but humans,
Yeah.
Did you used to be human?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm 5'7". So like a tall woman or a short man. Maybe I was. Elf, anything. I'm wearing both a skirt and pants, so I really don't know what's going on.
So,
All right, guys.
Anyway,
go ahead,
enough about my
Galaxter.
genitals. Let's
All I'm
keep going.
saying is we need to go find out about these disappearances.
Yeah, let's
Get
talk
the
to
gold.
Reginald.
Great
Talking
idea.
about
Thank you. But let's go, y'all.
the fisherman?
Yes.
Wait, but don't we have to talk to the psychic? Weren't we supposed to talk to him today?
Yeah,
You need to wrap that shit
I
up.
need to talk to
And
Rinaldo.
I would like to find
That's his name.
my aunt if we can before we take off. I'm really curious about the whole cop situation here.
When is Rinaldo doing another seance? I have to talk to him.
Sure. I mean, he's currently involved with people, but he's at the point where now he's starting to round people up. People are sort of bringing their chairs around to sit around, or just gathering around. And he starts gesturing people, and everyone just really. He does, however, notice you. And now that the captain has left, just all right, everybody, I'll be right back. And he hops down off of the table before coming over to you. Great excitement on his face. He's like, "You came. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's wonderful. Sorry, I would offer to buy you a drink, but it seems that you've got 2. Wow, great start to your night.
Do you want one?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much. He starts sipping in it as well. Great. Yeah. Sorry. I'm a little bit baffled. That's right. I'm just grateful that you came.
Oh.
Thank you.
You thought I was gonna ditch you after your mysterious?
To be honest, I wasn't really
Comment?
sure what to expect. This is the first time she's ever, I guess, asked or requested something from me. Our connection is kind of strange. So, I'm happy that I get to experience this for the first time. I feel like it's an evolution between our relationship that we've had for months now. So, this is a good moment. Thank you for coming.
Sure. Can I get that message, or
Oh yeah, sure.
does it have to be through the seance? Or
Oh yeah, no. Most likely, I'll be conducting the seance, and then she'll try to communicate.
Okay. So you can't connect in with her at any time you want.
No. It's a very particular thing. I have to Essentially, you have to open the door and invite her in,
Okay.
kind of thing. Okay, I guess I'll get ready for it. I don't want to take up too much of it. Thank
That'd
you
be great.
so much for the drink. That's
You're
really
very
cool
welcome.
of you. Thank you. And he just kind of stumbles in, hops on the chair, onto the table, takes a big sip of it, and then he starts pulling out his bag of incenses and starts lining them on the table, lining them one by one with his flint and everything around. And as the crowd starts to gather around, they start to hush. Even the bartender himself is just kind of quiet, looking around the bar, pretty chuffed. He's like, oh, it was a busy night. People start to gather around for the seance. He invites you a little bit further and he says, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming around. Today is going to be a very different experience. This is the first time that the White Lady of Dinneshere has actually reached out and requested something of me. This lovely individual here, if you would like to step forward, she has begged to communicate with this individual. Yeah, so I guess we'll see how this goes. Thank you, everybody. All right, let's give this a shot. He gives you one big smile before he closes his eyes. As he sort of reaches out his hands. As last time, the room starts to feel just a little bit colder. As the connection with him and the White Lady starts to connect. The torchlights on the wall and from the fireplace dim just slightly. And the windows on the mirrors slowly start to fog up from the frost as they did before. If you remember correctly, it is how she communicated, with marks on there. And it takes some time. You guys sit in silence for a while. As he opens his eyes, glazed white. And then his eyes come back. It's not her. He just coughs immediately. Blood spills out of his eyes and his mouth and his ears as he starts screaming in pain. Strange ethereal energy starts coursing out of his eyes, his ears, every orifice freaks out as he starts having a seizure on the table in front of you. The glass on all the windows start to crack immediately. The ethereal energy collects the blood spray and the mist that's coming out of his body to form this strange sort of frozen coagulated blood ghost that just screams in rage before it stares out to the rest of you. Its head turns towards you, and for a second its face sort of melds out to resemble that of an attractive half-elf. As he stares at you, he says, "Why? Why?" Glass shatters, tables and chairs fling about. A huge chair itself just clings onto the door itself, just barring the entry. People panic, run away, drinks are spilled as it goes in, and I need everybody to roll me initiative. As we cut to a quick break, we'll be having the table set up to get into our first roll of combat for this round. So go ahead, roll initiative, and we'll be right back in 10 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, last we saw, this ghost had sort of coagulated from this mist of blood, forming this strange form that screamed out. All the windows and the doors now have furniture just blocking them, holding them with ethereal energy as it screamed out. We have the order of combat, and we're gonna get right into it. Order of combat: Gwyndian the Great, then Galaxter, then this figure, then Tobias, then Atyrus, then Borla, then Donner.
Ooh. Yeah.
Alrighty, so the form that coagulates at the foot of the table.
Oh no.
I can actually introduce that. I'm not holding his bloody head. There we go. Spectral ghost. Forming itself at the edge of the table. Rinaldo is now just at the foot of the table, having a seizure on the ground every now and then, just coughing up some of his blood. But the blood that has formed inside this ethereal being has just been frozen cold from this ethereal form, and is now just kind of sticking to it as this gigantic mold. Gwyndian the Great, you were the first to respond to such an endeavor. Go for it.
Could I use chill touch?
You can certainly try,
I'll
yes.
try. I'm going to try to roll for. Actually, chill touch is a cantrip.
Yeah, you can use a cantrip.
Okay, so let me. Yep. Alright, no. Alrighty, it's a 3.
Oh no.
So I am not going to use that cantrip.
Trying hard to just act immediately right off the bat. Summons this strange spectral, like, necrotic hand that just lashes out towards it. The ghost just tears it away in front
Oh
of you.
boy, guys.
Is that gonna be all for you?
It surely is, yes.
Alrighty. Then next up to go. Galaxter.
Time for firebolts!
Beautiful! Once again, the little
Still
gauntlet
on that.
starts spinning around your hand. 4 of the numbers line up, and then almost the surge of like pyrokinetic energy goes in between each of them, and then fireball lights inside your hands, launches it towards the ghost. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, Jesus, Lord. 7.
7 off. Once again, flies it towards it, immediately catches it with its hand, and just chills it till it evaporates.
Oh man.
Is that gonna be all from you?
turn.
Oof.
Oh gosh.
Next up to go is the ghostly figure itself.
Oh, no.
Right off the bat, although it's staring and it's screaming at you, it looks at the 2 that launch the attacks and it stares immediately at you. It flies across the room, landing right in front of you.
Oh, damn.
You dare follow her! Grabs either side of your hand and just immediately goes like, the spectral
gosh.
energy comes out of its mouth and starts trying to enter your mouth. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please. We're scaring dogs in Vitamin D&D, y'all.
Wait, saving throw. Okay.
Yes, a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. It's 4.
Okay, so you got a 4.
Huh?
Alrighty,
Bad.
this is gonna be good.
He's stuck.
So
Oh,
you feel this thing kind of just enter right into the center of your being. This energy kind of fills you up and unlocks something inside of you, and all of a sudden you feel a strange burst of cold energy trying to escape your insides. From every possible corner, it's like bursting out of your mouth, and you're trying to resist it. Before long, you guys witness this burst of energy flying out of her mouth and her eyes as she just starts screaming in the center of the room. I need everybody to roll me a wisdom saving throw now, please.
Oh, man.
What's happening? I've been alive like 2 weeks.
Bless you,
you,
sir.
bless
Thank you,
you.
thank you, thank you.
14.
14, okay.
13.
13, okay.
10.
10.
7.
7.
16.
16. Alrighty. Witnessing this whole strange events and everything that's now occurring, Donna and Tobias, you are both considered frightened.
That's accurate.
So you're gonna have disadvantage on all attacks on this creature if it's within sight, and you cannot willingly run towards it. However, at the start of your turn, you are gonna get your saves to try and beat your frightened condition.
For the rest of the battle, we have disadvantage.
Until you're able to shrug off the frightened condition.
Okay.
Yeah, through a spell means, or at the end of the round, at the end of your turns, you can reroll.
Gotcha.
At the start of your turns, excuse me.
Okay.
It's different for this
So
individual.
sorry.
So, right to this. Tobias, you just. This is not what you were expecting to come from chilling with a lieutenant just a mere seconds ago. Now, just this reaction, it's just, she's
Pretty
bursting this
bad.
like necrotic energy, like right at the edge of the table. Now you're currently
Oh, no.
frightened. There's other patrons that are just panicking from everything else that's going on. How do you want to react, sir?
I jump over the bar and hide.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Roll me a stealth roll, please.
You got it. 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Okay. So as far as you're concerned, you are hidden.
Okay.
Hiding behind the bar.
That's about right.
Right. Ironically, immediately after that, it is the citizens' turn. So they're all literally gonna try. This guy's just gonna do the same. He's running towards. Excuse me. He's running towards the entrance where the door now is just barred with this thing. He's just trying his best to tear it off inside of a panic. This lady is gonna do the exact same thing. Hop over the bar, and immediately she lands. She looks at you, and she's terrified. There's just fear in her face. She doesn't really know what's going on. I'm gonna roll for her. Okay, she did better. This is good for her. And yeah, this individual, he's gonna do the same. He's gonna hop on over.
Hey, find your own hiding
All these
spot.
people are just hopping next to you to go and hide.
Damn it.
Oh, okay. He gets a solid land. As he's like holding his leg, the woman next to him is just shutting his mouth from like screaming so much. This lady is just gonna book it towards the end of the bar, and just try her best to hide that side of his there. A Tyrus.
How do I move to flank this thing? There's enough people on each side.
You'll be able to maybe hop. Yeah, you have enough movement to hop onto the table and then sneak around to the other side of it if you would like.
Do it.
Beautiful. Entire Slim. Silverborn. Silver Dragonborn hops. Landing right behind the spectral ghost that's not got its claws just stuck into you.
I want to also do Zephyr Strike.
Alright, so as a bonus action, see as Atyrus pulls out his weapon, a strange glow just occurs over his weapon. Go for it.
Oh, am I too close for a longbow?
Currently, yeah, but you do have more movement. You can back up if you want. But you won't get flanking on it.
Nope, then I'm going with the hand axe.
Alrighty.
Whew. 8.
Okay.
Gosh.
That blank help.
It was on 19 and then it went to 1.
Oh.
So,
Alright.
natural 1. So,
Alright, so we're gonna go with the 8s then.
yeah.
Alright, great.
Nice.
Enchanted axe as this like spectral like sort of green energy just wisps off the edge of it, spinning it around, goes catches this ghost right in the back, but just slams right into the table as your axe just doesn't find any purchase through its spectral form. Is that going to be all for you, sir?
Nope. That's it.
That's it for you. Alrighty, well I have good news for you. Right up next, it's Pepe's turn.
Hey!
Do this. So Pepe goes in front to flank.
Alright, so whereabouts would you like to go? To the edge of the table? Round about where Gwyndian is?
Probably right about where Gwyndian is.
Gwyndian is. So I don't know if it's currently in range, to be honest with you. So, yeah, you would have to most likely
Yep.
hop on top of the
Hop
table.
on top of the table.
Alrighty. Trying his best to contribute. Oh, Pepe hops onto the table. As she turns around, she just jumps towards it. Go ahead and roll.
Oh,
8.
She just tries to like
Pepe
claw it and just
died.
can't get a hold of it. There's a strange confusion on her face as she just can't get a hold of this thing. That's gonna be all for Pepe.
She couldn't get the laser dot on the wall.
Born left, forge born.
is there enough room for me to get around to the other side to flank with Pepe? If I have enough
To
movement.
hop on that sense, so you got
Right.
maybe
If I've got enough
5,
movement.
10, 15, 20. You can use exactly all of your movement
My
to hop onto
25?
the other
Okay.
side.
That's what I want to do.
Beautiful.
Because the cat got in the way. I'm gonna jump up there. Say, get your bloody feet off my breakfast. I'm a rage, and I'm gonna attack with advantage.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll.
Not excellent for advantage, but I think it's a 15.
Alrighty.
Yeah, 15.
Frothing at the mouth, Boiler runs across, rah, jumps up, and your axe just finds a little bit of purchase, hitting some of the blood, tearing away some of its corporal form. The attack hits. Go ahead and roll some damage, sir.
Nice. So 15 damage.
Wow.
Slashing, I guess. Yeah.
15 slashing. So as you tear into her form, you get an idea that its corporal form doesn't do as much damage as you thought it would.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Fucking bastard.
Beautiful. Is that going to be all for you, ma'am?
Yeah, it's all movement, bonus action, and action, so that's it for me.
Alrighty. Donna, Bonny,
Mm-hmm.
it is your turn, my dear.
But you're scared.
Yes, you're
Don't-
Frightened.
No shame in it. It's scary.
Thanks, Toby.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Sit, Toby.
try my boomerang.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll me an attack with disadvantage, please.
Yeah.
Does she try at the beginning of her turn to?
Oh, that is correct. Yeah. That is what I stated. So you can roll your wisdom save again. Yeah.
Well, my wisdom is 0, so 11.
Not enough to shake it off, I'm
I
afraid.
figured.
Yeah.
I figured.
It's just a lot of your history is just catching up with you. It's just.
I
Yeah.
understand.
All right. So go ahead and roll with disadvantage for your boomerang.
Okay. And I add this plus that.
Okay.
Ooh wee. Okay, that's 25.
All right. Second roll.
Nice.
And that's 23.
3.
Okay. Damn. Hell of a good roll with disadvantage. Even when frightened. And even with like halfling blood still like pooling at your feet as Rinaldo is freaking out, still able to pull out your boomerang and catches just the side of its back, tearing off some of that corporal energy. Go ahead and roll damage.
Right. 1d4 plus 3. Alright, 5.
5. All right. Same thing as the X. You start to notice that even though it is tearing into its form, just doesn't really seem to be doing too much to this like strange, ethereal being.
What the fuck is... Okay.
Alrighty.
Can I
When
do a
you-
bonus action?
Oh yes, I'm sorry, you can.
Can I do a blood curse of bloated agony on this bloody piece of shit?
You can indeed.
Cool.
However,
I figured I didn't know much.
no. You're doing the right thing. I'm gonna let you know though. The only way to target a creature that doesn't have blood of its own with it is to amplify it. Yeah, which means you take the 1d4 of damage in order to amplify it.
Let's do it.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll.
Roll the damage first.
Correct.
Ooh. It's a big one.
Oh.
Out of 4, it's 4.
Okay, alright, so that's, you're gonna take 4 points of damage as you just slice your arm open and drawing some of the blood magic. You guys see she just sort of, it lifts up and follows her hand motion, and as she transfers it into magical energy, tries to target the creature. Well, read bloated agony out to me, please.
Creature that you see within 30 feet of you to painfully swell until the end of your next turn. For the duration of this curse, the creature has disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks. It takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one melee or range attack during its turn.
Oh, wow. A strange sight as this magic goes into it. This weird spectral form is going in between the strange blood ghost to this attractive half-elf who's now swelling before it goes back into it. It's just starting to morph in front of you as your blood magic is starting to take hold of this creature. Alright, so top of the round, it is Gwyneth the Greats. I'm going to need you to roll me another wisdom saving throw as you're starting to feel that strange energy getting closer and closer to bursting out of your body.
Oh no, it's 12. Does it burst out of my body, or am I okay?
As you feel it, you're just able enough to just force it down just barely to stop yourself from just bursting and exploding.
That dude almost exploded me. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do a spell?
You may indeed.
Okay, I'm gonna do Ray of Sickness.
Okay.
It's a Constitution 13 saving throw for him.
Correct. So go ahead and roll for the beam.
Wait. Actually, just kidding. It's plus 5. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, 12.
12?
Yeah.
So it catches purchase, hits the form who's now bloated, and some of your green necrotic energy is starting to mix in with some amalgamation. It's starting to look like an extremely terrifying sight, this thing. It's just a collection of energies at this point. However, it rolled a natural 20 on its save. So go ahead and roll your damage, because you did hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so,
Wait, it's poison damage, right?
yeah, 2d8 poison damage.
Even though you see the energy kind of hit, its body just takes the poison energy out and just disperses it out into the air. It is immune to poison.
Oh,
Stop that.
no.
That was a good roll, too.
Okay, but it's 14, so half will be 7.
Half was 7. Great.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was a good roll. Alrighty, is that going to be all
Okay.
for you, Guinea and the Grace?
That is.
Beautiful.
Not that great.
Galaxstar!
Another fireball. Let's load it up.
Beautiful. Once again, that gauntlet fireball flings it out.
Oh, Jesus.
How much is that, sir?
9.
9. Just not enough. Once again, even as it's morphing with energy, it just seems as if its hand just disappears from one end, it appears out of its back, catches it, and just sends it off into the air.
That's it for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Good luck, everyone.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Alright. Now, as its turn, it is going to reach out towards Borla. This thing is just freaking out before this one long arm just reaches out and tries to grab you inside its chest. Its hand seems to morph and grow in size as it approaches your chest. Does a 24.
Yeah, just barely.
Just barely hits. Alrighty. No. Ooh.
That sounds like a lot of dice.
Indeed.
You're gonna take 14 points of necrotic damage.
Whoa.
As this hand starts, it disappears into your chest, and you start to feel this necrotic energy start burning away from the inside of you. However, it did make a melee attack
I only
range,
have 14
so it is going to take a
hits.
D8 of damage.
Yes.
Wow.
But you're like, I'm
Okay.
fine.
What is it?
I'm okay.
Oh wait, it's necrotic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You feel your bloated curse start to do this before it just bursts into energy and just disappears
Even
out
with
of its
the
body.
amplify?
Yeah, it's immune to necrotic damage.
Damn.
So immune to poison, immune to
So
necrotic.
What about fire?
immune to
I'm gonna try
boomerangs.
that.
Hasn't hit yet, so I don't know.
It's not immune to boomerangs. The boomerang worked.
Yeah. The
Alright.
great axe and the
And that's
boomerang
all I
work.
got.
We don't know about fire either.
That's true.
All right, at the top of the turn, Tobias, go ahead and roll me your wisdom saving throw, please, sir.
Yes. 18.
Sitting there cowering, terrified, you're hearing the bizarre sounds behind you. But you have survived worse. In fact, you're one of the few that has ever survived the things that you have fucking survived. And as you look around, you see citizens panicking and terrifying. This is not the moment for Tobias to be like how he used to be. You are no longer frightened. How would you like to react, sir?
That's character drama.
Good chosen.
I'm gonna throw
Yeah.
Alchemist Fire.
Alright!
Yeah.
Pulling out his little jacket, this is a little potion that seems to be glistening with a small kind of orange energy. And go ahead and
Hell yeah.
roll me.
Don't miss.
Please.
16 plus, what is it?
It'll be your dexterity modifier.
Ah, yes, of course, the dexterity mod. 15.
15? With a 15,
Yeah.
this lob of this glowing energy just inside the darkness of the room, before it hits this creature, you guys see, as it lands, this figure now just ignites on fire.
Oh, nice.
Well done, sir. How much damage is that?
Fire
It is
monster?
a 1d4.
It's a 1d4 and it's at the top.
of fire damage.
Yeah, and at the top of a turn, it's going to take it a 1d4 at the beginning of every one of its turns.
Yes, exactly.
As it is ignited. Go ahead and roll
Oh,
me a
wow.
d4, please, sir.
Unless it tries to put itself out or something.
Yeah.
1.
Alright, wait. 1.
Yeah.
Dealt damage.
Better than nothing.
Still counts. Still pretty cool.
So as this thing catches fire, just screams out, more so in anger
I think
than
fire.
in fear.
It sounds
Is that
like
gonna be
fire.
all for you,
Oh,
sir?
shit.
Yes.
Alright. Good turn from Tobias Kinsley.
Don't
Tyrus.
happen that often.
This thing is still flanked, huh?
Correct. It is still
Like
flanked. You
I
do have
have
advantage
any-
with your melees.
Fire. Anything. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike again.
Alrighty. Once again, that green ethereal energy just starts like emanating over his axe. And he goes and he swings with it. What we got?
God damn you.
You have advantage.
13, I know.
Nice.
12 actually, and then 17.
Nice.
Everyone has been pitching in for this fight. Atyrus does not want to back down from it. Your axe, now glowing with energy, finds purpose as it cuts right into its back. Go ahead and roll your damage, sir, including your Zephyr.
Okay, so 1d6 plus 3. 1, and then
3, right?
Plus 3, so it's
4, and then the Zephyr is 1d8.
yeah. It's force damage, Zephyr, right?
Mm.
No. If it doesn't mention it beforehand, then it's just the same kind of damage.
7 with Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Pretty solid hit as it finds Burgess. That green energy that's connected to it is just able to like start slicing apart his back.
It is force damage.
It's force damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Although the axe itself doesn't feel like it hit into it, you notice that your energy emanating on your blade starts tearing into its corporal form. One of the things it's actually not resistant to. Is that gonna be all for you, sir?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Pepe. Let's go, Pepe. Not backing down from the fight.
Natural 20.
Oh, beautiful! Pepe just noticed the tires are starting to dig into it. Everyone is putting like their effort into it. Pepe has no one to shy away from this group.
Right on, Pepe.
Launches into it. Go ahead and roll damage for Pepe.
What am I rolling for this?
Oh, sorry, its claw attack will be a 1d6, but you are gonna roll double that because you are a critical.
Yep.
6,
Great.
Oh yeah.
5.
Wow.
Hey, babe.
Fucking hell. All right. So that's
That's
6,
crazy.
and it's gonna add the 2. So that's gonna be. Pepe just jumps. You guys witness this. Just somehow this able to dig its claws into it and just starts tearing onto the fiery figure before it jumps off, tearing away some of the energy with it, landing back onto the table. As soon as it lands, the heat from the fire just starts singeing the wood underneath it.
That cat was worth every penny.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Born left, forge born.
Say, Donner, your friend sucks. I'm going to have to kill them.
Okie dokie.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That's gonna hit, sir. Go ahead and
Da-
roll your damage.
Damage is 12 slashing.
12 slashing?
Yep.
Yoof, alright. Although it doesn't seem to do as much as you thought it would, hell of a tear into this thing.
Yep.
Thing is starting to look pretty pissed off with you guys. It's now like everyone is finally ganged up and just tearing it into it. The citizens here are just watching as this collection of adventurers are just fucking the shit out of this ghost. Is that gonna be your turn?
That's it.
You are fucking the shit out of it, ghost. I don't know how you did that. Alright, Donna Bonny.
Crimson, right?
Yes, before you start though, go ahead and roll
wisdom.
your wisdom saving throw, please.
3.
Not enough to shake off
Yeah.
the fight, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Even though everyone is ganging up on this thing is still vibrant and angry and still well within the fight. It's, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's do. I'm gonna crimson right my boomerang, which
Alrighty.
means I'll take 1d4, right?
Correct.
So I do that first.
Correct.
All right. And I have disadvantage on.
You
got it.
disadvantage on the attack roll. Correct.
2. I have 2 damage.
Alrighty, as you cut into yourself again with your boomerang, you guys notice the blood seeps onto the boomerang. Before long, it just fiery boomerang is now inside her hand. Launches the attack. Go ahead and roll with a disadvantage.
Okay. Takes a 10. That's
Go up from there.
There we go.
yeah. So it's 21, but 10 is my disadvantage.
The fire, like flinging the bow right through it, it's able to just dissipate into like 2 halves. As the boomerang returns, it just collects back to itself.
Oh.
Just missed it, I'm afraid.
Perfect, because I'm so glad I took damage for this.
That's the Bloodhunter,
Jesus
I'm afraid.
Christ.
They paid off big time. Alrighty, is that gonna be all from you?
Yar.
Alrighty. I forgot to take the citizens' turns, but they're basically doing the same. This gentleman, I mean, yeah, tries his might. He's not pulling anything off of that. He's just panicking. The rest are just staying hidden. However, at the top of the turn, this thing is still thrashing about. It's just releasing energy off of its body right now. Spurting everything across the room. Chairs and everything else are just flying. This energy is just forcing its way into like the depths of your cores. I need everybody to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
What?
Oh.
You got a real shitty
Is
constitution.
it a poison effect or anything?
It's not poison, no, sir.
That's fine. I rolled well. I
Good,
was just
good on
curious.
checking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna be blown
7?
away.
9.
9,
13.
13,
15.
15,
19.
19,
4.
4. So, Donna, Atyrus,
Yeah.
Gwendian, you guys are gonna take 2 points of force damage. As this thing is just forcing you three are able to just fight it off for immediately. However, as this being is just forcing its way into all of you, you especially now just feeling incredibly encroached. Borla, there's something burning on the inside of you. As this energy starts to like get closer and closer towards your heart, your anger and your rage just starts to seed. You guys see foam starts pouring out of Borla's rage. Her eyes are starting to glisten red as she stares away. As it gets closer and closer to your heart, with every beat, there's something else growing in you, a different kind of energy, something positive. It's not yours, but it starts to fight back. And before long, you guys watch as from Borla, green spectral energy just bursts out and fills the room. Several figures start flying around, and as they start forming, you guys notice dwarves, spirits of dwarves of different kind of heritage, judging by their armor, their swords, coming from different centuries, start flying around the room. Several of them get behind you and forge around. As they start spiraling around the room and bring it about, you guys hear in a collective voice of different dwarves, women, men, children, and adults alike. You hear them say, "Borla Forgeborn, you have not forgotten your heritage. And so we will not let you fall today." As this goes out, the energy starts flying around and it finds purchase in all of your allies. It flies into Gwydion and you feel that surge that's inside of you immediately dissipate. As a form flies around into you, the studious, young-looking female dwarf flies into you, and immediately you are just instilled with further knowledge inside of your body from this being that was studying Arcana for centuries. Suddenly you feel connection to spells you didn't know before you. You feel an unlocking of potential. This giant bullet, this land shark being ridden by another dwarf, flies across the room and splits into two. As the bullet splits off into one area, the rider hops into another one. The rider flies into Atyrus, the bullet flies into Pepe, and you start to feel this connection on a soul level. There's something deep between you. You feel an understanding and a connection, and Pepe stares back at you with this connection of beast and master. It flies across into Galaxy, and as it invades your arm, the devices on it, the little buttons and everything else on it, split off into the air, but float around your arm and start in a whole spiral. And as they land, there's a fluidity behind how they move, and you feel a connection to this device as you're able to move it in every sort of like different kind of section. Two dwarves fly around. They seem to be chanting something amongst each other, and as they fly towards you, you actually realize what it is. You recognize the words of a play that you've read before, way back when inside drama school. As these two sit inside bickering, it's an old knowledge, they fill inside you, and you feel the rust of a performance come inside you. The fear of performing and everything else from your past has been eliminated as these two dwarves start to surge inside you. And lastly, one that flies towards you is an old, decrepit dwarven male. His face is dripping with blood as he flies into you, and surging it out on the inside, you feel zealous energy. The fire that is now sticking on your boomerang starts to change from an orange and a red to a vibrant white of radiant energy. You feel the order of a hunter start to surge inside of your body. As you all level up at level 3, the ghost stares around in defiance as these dwarves are now protecting the citizens and empowering the rest of you before its face slowly shimmers to the half-elf. He looks to you for a second before the rage takes him over and flies out of the room, shattering the glass. As he disappears, everything that was blocking the windows and the doors drop. The room falls silent, and slowly but surely the fires flicker back to reality. As the ghost has disappeared, and in each and every one of you, you feel a surgence of energy, of prowess. And slowly but surely the dwarves float around. They stare at you in recognition, Borla, before giving you a courteous nod. And as they evaporate to leave you, they leave your vision, but you know you're there. That is where we're going to end this current session as you all level up to level 3. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for this very special episode. This was a lot of fun. We're very happy to have Grace and Lo back here with us. Join us again next Saturday at 1:30 p.m. to see us where this adventure takes place as we continue on the next episode of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, guys. It was fun. Yeah, well done. You guys did it.
Can't wait till
That
next
was a
week.
ride.
Oh man.
Jesus, Dills.
Yeah, was that fun?